Hello people, this is Gamertorium, India's one and only and favorite, hopefully, gaming channel.
Yes, and this is now loading where we talk about all the reviews of all the games that are released anytime in the near past. Today, we're going to talk about Beyond Two Souls.
I was born with a strange gift.
This thing is your friend, and he's connected to you with some kind of cord.
The ability to see what no human being has ever seen before.
Jodie?
You're a monster! Do you hear me? A monster!
Now concentrate, Jodie.
Some things that I'm not proud of.
You lied to me. You used me to do your dirty work.
Tell them to leave me the fuck alone, because next time, I'll kill everyone.
What the fuck is this game about? Quantic Dream gave us Heavy Rain, which, it changed my life. It really did. Frankly, I used to be a woman before I played Heavy Rain, and now I'm a man. So, what about this? Does this make you a man?
So the game is basically about this character called Jodie Holmes. Now you follow her life from her being a very cute little kid to the end of the game. At the same time, she's connected to this outer body entity called Aiden.
This thing is your friend, and he's connected to you with some kind of cord.
He does get kind of protective, so stops her from doing certain things as well. There are times when she wants to go out on a date and he kind of stops her.
You might as well just give up, Aiden.
Ellen Page is playing Jodie, as I said, who eventually goes into the CIA and she gets trained to be a killer.
Training starts tomorrow at 5 a.m. Don't be late.
There are portions where Aiden would come and help Jodie out. She gets stuck in situations where she's the black sheep, she gets picked on, and Aiden comes and helps her. That's basically what the game's all about. For a character who's so strong, who has gone through all this training, she could have actually kicked some ass, but no, it's Aiden who always comes to her rescue.
Get me out of here. Please, do something for God's sake.
Do something. Please, we gotta get out of here.
Get help, Aiden, quick!
Ye hai kya? What is it about? What does she have to do?
That is the whole point. There are so many different games in this game that it gets so complicated as to what this game is trying to be. At one time, it's being an espionage thriller. There's another time when it's trying to be a kid who's going through her troubles in her teenage life, and she's trying to come to grips with herself. So there's like a jumble of bunch of different storylines. Eventually, it's very difficult to kind of categorize what this storyline is, and at the same time, the actual narrative is kind of in pieces because it doesn't follow the one storyline. It jumps from one to the other. So the pacing.
यार मेरा दिमाग फट रहा है. मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रही कुछ भी. मतलब
खेल के देखो पहले.
इतने में नहीं समझ में आ रहे तो मतलब ये तो बेवकूफ बना गया. 3,500 रुपए दिए और ये साला जूते होना गया यार.
The gameplay is pretty basic. You have certain decisions to make at certain points of time. So you make that, and I've been told that those decisions actually do change the outcome of the game, but I would have to play the game a few times to figure out whether that is true or not, and that's not happening. Aiden can go possess other beings as well. But the weird thing about this game is that it's very selective as to the souls that you can possess and the people you cannot possess. This is what the story is, this is how exactly what it's going to be. These are only the characters you're going to control, and that is it. And it limits your option to such an extent that it stops being a game. It's not a game. It's interactive fiction.
It is impossible for her to die.
Well, more or less, yeah. I mean, there are not enough chances for her to die, but I would have liked where there were some elements where there was some danger involved, but there's nothing there.
Like, yeah, I heard him say like, die bitch! Die! Die now! Yeah. But she wouldn't.
When it comes to the whole art, there are portions of the game that are beautiful. There's the whole element of the game which is in the desert. That is done beautifully well. It's really, really good. That's one of the portions I think you saw as well.
Yeah, the Navajo.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That was really good.
And it also stands out from the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Which is dreary and bleak and boring and grey and brown and...
Yeah, and it's just a little too gloomy for my liking. It's beautiful. It's nice. It's
like Ellen Page's face.
Yeah, to start with. Even the other settings in general doesn't kind of pick up. I wish it was a little more interesting visually, but it's nice. Except the animation, which is just really funny,
yeah,
weird.
So you're walking straight ahead, you're walking like this, and then you have to go here, so you turn the left stick, and first the head turns, you're still walking that way. You're still walking, and then your body turns, and then you go start walking that way. Then you have to, you're still walking, and then your body turns.
When it comes to, say, the controls and everything of the game, again, it's the same as Heavy Rain. You have the similar kind of control system where you'll have buttons to press, you'll have to move the controller every once in a while. There are a lot of cutscenes, there are a lot of quick time events, and then you have those decisions to make. You have those buttons to press and everything. And again, I mean, when it came to Heavy Rain, I wasn't a big fan of that kind of control system. It had flaws. So it's kind of similar in this as well, especially when there is combat. There are portions of the game where she's trying to fight, say, the cops or whatever, and you get one hit wrong, and it's not because you pressed the wrong button. It was because the actual indicator was quite vague, so you didn't know whether you were supposed to go to the left or to the top or whatever. It'd be like, say, on a 45 degrees. So I wasn't very...
Get yourself a 3D TV, man. You poor person.
Yeah.
Essentially, to enjoy this game really well, you have to play this in a 3D IMAX theater. That's when this game really makes sense, right?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not gonna try.
मतलब तू खेलना ही नहीं चाहता भी.
I genuinely dozed off for a bit, beach में.
While playing.
While playing. It's never happened to me.
Press X.
Yeah, that's what and there was this decision thing that I had to do, which I missed, and then I was like, oh fuck, did I do that? Like nobody else was there. I was like, oh, okay. Oh. I reached that level of me not caring.
Okay, fuck it. Let's just wrap this shit up. Points out of 10. Story.
4.
Game mechanics.
1.
Gameplay.
3.
Art.
8.
Characterization.
7.
How much would you give this game overall?
I'll give it a very generous 5.
Out of 5 billion! And if you're being generous to give it 5 out of 5 billion, then this, if it was made of paper, I might wipe my ass with it. Would you wipe your ass with it?
Nah, I use water.
This is Gamertorium, and you are just gonna become our newest subscriber.
Please subscribe, please. Papi पेट का सवाल and all that.
पापी तो जरूर है.
पेट भी है.
हाँ, पेट है. 2 बिल्लियाँ हैं. Pet cat. Please subscribe.
Not now.
Somewhere here.